Well, let's start with Tammy. And since the start of last season, Abraham has scored 23 goals, which is 11 more than any other Chelsea player. And I think in the summer, with all the new signings, a lot of people thought perhaps that he might be sidelined. Has he made himself in a position where he cannot be overlooked?
I think with today's performance, he did. Some of the movement I saw in against Sheffield United wasn't as great as it was today, because his movement today was fantastic. And then obviously in the end, the way he took his goal. But what I like about Tammy is the way that he's now getting on the shoulder. He's getting on the shoulder, getting in front of him, getting his body in places where it's the kind of stuff that Giroud does. I think Kovacic can do a little bit better with that. This is the one I like. He gets in a position where the defender's looking, now he's gone. Great ball in. Unlucky not to score that. Fantastic. This is the one where I'd like him to have done a little bit more in respects of the movement for the defender, because he wants to move the defender away from that spot there. Defender's not looking at him. He should attack the back of him to then get into the front, because now he's taking the defender in towards the goal. So now the defender doesn't have to move from there. He can just go towards that space, and that's Tammy's space. That's what he needs to do. Attack the back, hit the front. But this is where Timo Werner was brilliant today, done this. But like Tammy, once again, you've got to watch your arm there, Tam. You get called offside with that now. But like that was a great finish. That's what he's going to need to do, because they do make the chances, and they just need to take them.
Got to continue his form, like he did at the start of last season. He was electric. Keep it going all season. Al, sorry, got to raise the subject of Newcastle. Pretty abject performance. Slightly negative, I would say. Is this coming from the manager? Is it the players' fault? What is it?
Bit of both. The manager has to take responsibility, because he sent the players out and they were very negative. There were nowhere near enough ideas going forward. But also players have to take responsibility. They have to be brave in possession. They have to work harder and closing people down. Lascelles, as a captain and as a leader, has got to stop demanding protection from the midfielders in front of him. And Alan Saint-Maximin, he hasn't broken sweat since signing his new 6-year contract. So it's a bit of both, but nowhere near enough. Why can't that pass go forward? Why does it have to be negative and go back or sideways? Stop going forward, and then you're inviting pressure onto yourselves. Yes, they're all defending, but same thing again, backwards. Looking backwards again. Nowhere near enough options going forward, or prepared to pass forward and commit bodies forward. Free kick here in a decent position. Just look what happens. All right, they don't get anywhere. But it's negative. The first thought is going backwards. You're never going to score enough goals by playing this way. And all of a sudden, from a free kick, that ends up back at the goalkeeper and a big punt forward. Ball down the line. All right, they're running forward, but what happens if he gets that? There's no one within 30 or 40 yards of him. It's a hopeful ball down the line, and he's not getting anywhere near that. Second half, it was a little bit better. They created 1 or 2 chances, but the same thing again. This pass has to go forward. The run's there. They've got men forward on this occasion, but chooses not to for whatever reason, and that's easy. And too many times this season, that's Newcastle. Too negative and not going to score goals. And that's the average positions of the forwards. Look at that. Hardly any at times in the box.
OK, one question before we move on to both of you. Chelsea got to be title contenders, haven't they?
Yes. I'd say. If they could be a lot more ruthless with their finishing, absolutely, yeah.
OK, 4 more.